All right, we're here today with Mr. Dent Wildman Myers, the local Kennesaw legend.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I always get a lot of questions about you, and the big one that I get all the time, and I know you're sick of hearing about it, but the Satanic Racist. What are your opinions on this popular internet phenomenon?
I think it's a put up thing on the internet. What they put on there was, they didn't have anything at all to do with me. Somebody's taken it out of context from a 2020 interview and added my voice and added some people to it, and I had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a put up type of thing there. It's
So-
no different, so it's PR. They'll do what, and they use profanity too, which I've never used in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so anybody that knows me will know better than that, but it's okay, it's PR. Let them do what they want to. They just put another big nail in their karma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a pretty large interest in the occult. Is that correct?
Well, I've had a large interest in a lot of things. That's another religion. I've had interest in all the religions. I've studied them: Judaism, and Zoroastrianism, and Buddhism, and Hinduism, and Islamism, and Christianity, and all of them. That's just another religion.
So, at one point, you had a fairly large collection of Aleister Crowley memorabilia.
I spent quite a number of years amassing that. And it was up until, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. I had a potential flood in my library, and I could just see all those books going to Altoona. So
Mm-hmm.
Jack Hogg got in touch with the OTO, and they came down and got them and put them in a library where they're accessible to people. I had some of that first editions, limited editions signed by AC, and incidentally, he helped me get these. He's been dead since 1947, but he helped me amass these, and he's still helping.
Yeah, you've made quite a bit of popular acquaintances over the years. You used to hang out with Jimmy Page.
Well, he came and visited me on weekend. I guess we hung out the weekend. I don't know. He's not exactly like they depict him on the TV. Well, like me,
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a little more diversion to him. He's a very nice, laid-back chap.
So you've had quite a bit of famous people come in your store over the years.
Well, yeah. And I don't have any fame myself. That's my claim to fame. Those are famous people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had the King of Siam come in here. Who else?
A what?
You had the King of Siam come in here once, didn't you? I could be mistaken.
A what?
Was it the King of Siam that once came in here?
Oh, no, the king.
The-
Not a Siam of, not Afghanistan. One of those, yeah, the king. I got a picture of he and I together back there,
Mhm.
yeah.
So have you had any other famous people stop by?
Well, we had some movie people like Johnny Cash and the other guy there, I can't remember his name. He's not very easy to get along with. Kenny Rogers
Mm-hmm.
and Deal of Dr. Mudd. We did that with not Burt Reynolds. I can't remember all of them. We've had a few that adorned my premises.
So what are your opinions about living here in the Bible Belt?
In Obama land, Obama hole, Obunga hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's just another add to the eventuality of the eventual demise of the United States as we know it. And well, Confederate States to go with it, because we've been South have been a whipping boy ever since 1832. So it's just an addition to that, but it's going to affect everybody this time,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to get a taste of what they gave us all these years.
So I got a couple questions about your past life, and I mean that quite literally. You are the reincarnation of Stonewall Jackson, I've heard.
I was told that by Dr. Anderson, psychic reader up in Rossville, Georgia. He was a real well-known psychic reader that read for the stars and all. I was the only one, I guess, who read for I wasn't a star, but he's the one that told me that. And it's been a number of years that I always had this pain. At a certain time I had this pain in my arm and my hand. I couldn't figure it out, and doctors didn't know anything about it. So when he told me I was Jackson's reincarnation, where he got shot,
Oh,
and after
wow.
he told me that, it went away.
So what were you doing before you opened the shop?
I was working at the bomber plant.
Mm-hmm. The Bell Bomber in Marietta?
Yeah, well, it's actually Lockheed Aircraft, but I was there 27 years. Prior to that, Uncle Sam drafted me into the Korean conflict, which is another story that I soon not wiggle about.
Mm-hmm. And in the 1950s and 60s, you were a member of the John Birch Society?
I was one of the chapter leaders of the John Birch Society.
Yeah, what was that like?
That's the reason the IRS investigated me 3 times
Oh,
back then.
so yeah, you've got quite a bit of experience with all this NSA stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, at that point in time, we knew all this. We'd passed out thousands of copies of none dare call it treason, none dare call it conspiracy, support your local police, get the U.S. out of the UN, and all these things. We knew this was coming then. It was so obvious. And everybody said gung-ho and this, and we'll do this, that, and the other. And you get these big groups here, like the Tea Party now. They're going to fall out the window. Everybody gets together, herd instinct. We're going to do this, that, and the other. Get a lot of rhetoric on, and then to go home and have a beer and a cigarette and a ball game. Forget it. It's like these commentators on TV, whatever they're called. They rant and rave and go on, and the FCC lets them because it gets some of the steam out of people that are pent up and wanting to do something about something. And this is a safety valve. Those guys say, "Oh, yeah, that's right," and so they go get their beer and a cigarette and a ball game, or their equivalent.
So, how long were you in the military?
I went in. I don't know. I went in '51. I know that. I'm trying to think when I went to work at Lockheed. I don't know. My taxman had to call Lockheed to find out how long I was there because I couldn't remember that. That was an aspect of my life I was kind of foggy. It's not really pertinent anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you do in your free time when you're not operating the store?
Don't
What sort
have
of
any free
hobbies?
time.
No free time at all?
When I'm not here, I'm studying. Once upon a time, I did do a lot of metal detecting, artifact with a metal detector. All this there was a big battlefield here in 1864. Had 100 and something thousand Yankees and 47,000 of us, and it just covered the place up like fleas on a dog. It had to be a big dog for that though. And we did that for a number of years. And then I did reenactment for 30 years. Did gun shows for maybe 20. I find something to occupy my time all the time. Now I'm doing primarily studying, research.
So what kind of things are you researching?
I'm back into the religions of the world again. A couple of instances I want to straighten up on karma. And Judaism, not Judaism, but Jainism. They've got altogether different outlook on karma.
So, do you have any favorite experiences while you were operating the store? Like any memorable episodes that have occurred here?
You mean violent?
Well, just anything. Something sort of endearing, heartwarming, anything like that.
Well, I guess some of the things that affects me great. Well, not a whole lot affects me anyway, but I've been there and done that and had it done to me so many times. But these kids come in now. They were kids then, and I talked to them. I got them off of dope and things like this. Over the years, they come back later on to thank me for it. See, that's to me, that's a very interesting thing.
And we get to move on to a subject I'm sure you have plenty of things to say about. Conspiracy theories, conspiracy facts, the Illuminati. What are your opinions on this shadowy organization?
The Illuminati was begun in 1778, I believe, with 11 people, and that controls the world. All these politicians, all the heads of state and things are all watered down puppets from the superpower. Oh, Bonka Hole the same way, poor old fella. He don't have the ability or the capability of doing anything. His handlers do this, but his handlers are being handled and they're being handled. So it's been coming down for years.
So who's the current head of the Illuminati? Who's their big
Nobody knows.
cojones?
Now there's only about 3 or 4 of the master tops. They have ideas. They're right above the Rockefellers and
The Bilderbergs?
Bilderbergers and all those people. But this is big stuff. You get too close and you vanish. The Spotlight got put out of business because they got too close to them. It's published for years. Kept them under scrutinization. But it's a very secretive organization.
And you believe 9/11 was also a inside job?
These are so obvious. See, the government makes a problem. Then they offer you a solution. And the solution is worse than the problem, but it's another step toward confiscation and obfuscation and quelling anything. It's just more controlling.
One of the really controversial conspiracy theories that's popped up of late has been as a result of the Sandy Hook shooting. Do you believe that was an inside job?
Which one?
The Sandy Hook shooting last December? The elementary school massacre? Have you heard about that
was
one?
In Africa?
Oh, well, no, it was in Connecticut last year.
Connecticut, yeah. I remember one in Tasmania. That was another government thing in Australia. They set that up. Most of these people, when these shootings happen, you find they've been under psychiatric care or heavy drug usage and dosage where they be fed sodium pentothal, give a post-hypnotic suggestion, and then they get the suggestion, they go do it, don't realize they have, and the government uses that as an excuse to expurge the weapons or whatever thing they've got going at the time.
So
that was in Australia and took their guns right after that.
So have you heard of the Georgia Guidestones before?
No, I've never been up there. I was going one time, me and my photographer girls, but it had been an overnight trip, and I don't think her husband would have enjoyed that. It's a great deal, so we didn't go. I've got the information right there.
So what's the story behind it? Everybody is really wanting to know that one.
Well, the theories from different people are different things. I think it's a good thing because it was done. When people do things, I think that's a good thing, regardless of whether it's beneficial or not.